Hello and welcome. Today we're going to take a look at what you can do if you fail in your first attempt at trying to get replacement parts for your recliner. Now, some people will manage to get the replacement parts on their first try, and that's terrific, but that's not what this video is about. A little background here before we get started. I have to get my replacement parts for my customers the same way you do, and over the years I've run into a lot of challenges trying to get those parts, and I'm not always successful. Today, I thought I'd walk you through a recent experience I had trying to get parts for an older La-Z-Boy recliner. Now, it's important to understand that this is not so much a video on how to order La-Z-Boy parts, but rather what to do when you're not able to get the parts you need on your first try. Let's get started. The first place that I often try for parts, and the place that I strongly recommend that you try as well, is your local furniture dealer, which is often the place where you purchased your recliner. Now let's take a look at the parts that I was trying to order. The parts we needed for his old recliner were as follows. We needed a round floor base, like this one. We also needed the wooden rocker base, looks like this. We also needed a new swivel plate. And the hardware to install these parts. Now, I told the customer that getting parts for a 27-year-old recliner, in most cases, those parts, quite frankly, just aren't going to be available. However, over the years, I've had good luck with getting parts for older chairs with La-Z-Boy, so I told him we'd give it a try. So I started by contacting my local La-Z-Boy dealer to see if parts were still available for this old chair. I sent them a parts list along with the chair ID numbers. When I heard back from them, it wasn't good news. I was told they weren't even able to place a part order. Apparently, the online ordering form that the dealers use would not accept a 27-year-old style number. Now, this wasn't the first time I'd run into a dead end like this trying to get parts, so I didn't panic or give up, and you shouldn't either. I knew it was important to pick their brain, as we used to say, to get as much information from the dealer as I could. So I asked, can you recommend any other options for getting these parts? And they said they did carry a base conversion kit for customers that wanted to convert their rocker recliners to swivel rocker recliners, and that these kits contained the same parts that I was trying to order. So next I asked, any idea if these new kits are compatible with the 27-year-old parts on my customer's chair? And they said they couldn't guarantee compatibility, that the parts may or may not work. But if I wanted to give it a try, the cost for the conversion kit was $150. Now think about this. If I had given up when the rep told me that he couldn't place an order, I wouldn't have learned about the conversion kit being a potential source for the parts I needed. So be sure to take full advantage of the experience and product knowledge that some of these people have that you'll be speaking with during your part search. Next, I decided to contact the manufacturer about the parts. Would they confirm that these parts were not available? Maybe, maybe not. Remember, my local dealer wasn't able to order them, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they don't exist. Either way, I knew there was no harm in trying to find out. So I sent the parts list and chair ID numbers over to the manufacturer for try number 2. Now keep in mind that not all manufacturers will supply parts directly to consumers, but La-Z-Boy does. Now when I heard back from the factory rep, I was told yes, not only are those parts still available, but they were covered by warranty as well. And that was another question that I'd asked, because I had no idea what the warranty terms were on a 27-year-old chair. So if you don't know the terms of your warranty either, always ask these 2 questions when checking on parts. Are the parts still available? And are they still covered by warranty? Now if they are available but not covered by warranty, you'll need to ask another question. How much do the parts cost with shipping included? Now at this point you might think I'm in the clear, that my search is over. Not so fast. I still don't know for sure whether those parts are really available. As a factory rep once told me long ago, a computer screen can show that a part is in stock, but you can't be absolutely sure that it's there until someone physically retrieves it from a parts bin. If the bin is empty and the part is old and no longer being made, you're out of luck. So an easy way to make sure the part is still available is to simply place the part order to find out, which is what I did next. So the parts arrived within 2 weeks and I got everything that I needed. Now there was one small compatibility glitch that I want to point out to you. On the rocking base, where the pre-drilled holes are here to mount the pawl, which is part of the La-Z-Boy ratcheting and recline system, on the new base like this one, the pawl mounts flat. On the 27-year-old base, this was actually routed out at an angle, so the pawl sat at a different angle once installed. Now this is not unusual when you manage to find parts for older recliners, that there are some slight alterations to those parts. What's important though is if when you install all the parts like I did, that everything still works normally. And we were fortunate, everything worked just fine once we had everything installed. Okay, so the total cost of the parts through the manufacturer was $12.99, which is the La-Z-Boy part order processing fee at the time of this video for warranty part orders. Now compare that with the $150 we could have spent for the base conversion kit, and we don't know if that would have even been fully compatible. So we were able to save the customer some money. If this process seemed pretty smooth for me, please understand that I've been ordering parts for many years, so I have experience with this. But that doesn't mean that the outcome is always successful. I could have been told by the manufacturer that the parts were no longer available. The point is that sometimes ordering recliner parts can be a multifaceted process, where you try one approach and have to switch gears and try something else to get the parts you need. I was considering doing a follow-up to this video for people that run into other problems when trying to order replacement parts. If you think that would be useful and you'd like to see that, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.